evil spell of Stinkor will overpower He-Man. We'll trap that skunk.
Man-at-Arms, He-Man, Stinkor, and Skeletor figures, each sold separately.
I smell trouble! Man-at-Arms cannot escape the evil smell of Stinkor. Now, He-Man! Smell your own stink, Stinkor! Yarr!
Stinkor, with real smell, is new from the Masters of the Universe collection. Other action figures, each sold separately. From Mattel.
Hey guys, Civilord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 6 Stinkor. That kid's a stinkor, isn't he? But at any rate, talking about the commercial, of course, yeah, this is kind of a controversial figure. For me, not really. Personally, I really like this guy, and I don't mind the fact that he doesn't smell like, well, a hipster's butthole or grandma's cooch, but I know there are some people who do mind that, and I understand that. It kind of sucks some of the nostalgic value out of it. But if you're like me and have a sensitive sniffer, or just a wuss, then this figure should be absolutely 100% no problem for you. At the end of the day, though, he smells like burnt rubber. El Tenda said it best. Smells like burnt rubber. But at any rate, getting into the meat and taters of this review, comes with the same mini comic as Web Store, who we took a look at yesterday. Between a rock and a hard place. One of the best Rolling Stone songs of all times. Fight me in the comments on that if you dare. And then on the back, you got the rest of the waves. So, there you go. And much like Web Store, I have this guy's vintage figure somewhere. And it actually still stinks. My vintage Web Store doesn't stink, of course, but this guy does. I know he does. I bought him when I graduated high school for like $12 shipped off eBay. Which is crazy because nowadays they want like $30 for that little eyeball guy from Small Soldiers. And that's a Burger King toy. So just think about that for a minute. Now you know how I spend my money. But at any rate, Stinkor here, again, smells like burnt rubber. Kind of like molasses, too, a little bit. Comes with his crap shield, which is kind of a pain in the butt to get in that hand, so I'm not taking it out. I wish he came with a blaster. I really wish they give him a blaster this time around. I don't know why he's just... Stinkor's always getting the shaft on accessories. I don't even think the Revelation one comes with a blaster, but then again, he didn't really use one. Does have a gas mask face, though. This guy, not so much. They didn't even paint the teeth this time around. I would have liked if they maybe done that. I know the vintage one they didn't do that, but I would have liked a little bit more of an update. Since they seem to be giving these guys a bit more of an update. Like, look at Beastman. He got a whole new head sculpt. Or, Man-at-Arms, they gave him the mustache. They've made changes to the original designs. This is tried and true vintage, but, teeth and maybe a little blaster would have been nice. But either way, it's still a cool looking figure. We got the Mecha-Neck armor finally, so hopefully we'll get a Mecha-Neck at some point. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up in this line yet. Not sure what they do for that. Maybe just give him a neck extension or try to work something into the waist here. Hopefully not screw it up like they did on my poor Roboto. I'm still going to be salty about that because I can't replace him. But at the end of the day, this video isn't about him, is it? So articulation on this guy, it's the standard Origin stuff. Not Legion stuff like I said in the Web Store video yesterday. What the heck was wrong with me? But his head will look up and down. It will tilt side to side. It will look side to side as well. Pretty much like Merman, because it literally is Merman. His arms will go out to the side, back down, forward and back. Single joint at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, hinge at the wrist. Waist swivel, works pretty well. Hips kick forward, back, out, back down. Single joint at the knee, swivel at the knee. Not as loose in the knees on this guy as my Web Store was, so that's nice. He does have a boot swivel. and then a hinge in the feet with the rocker joint. So, standard stuff, not too shabby. Nothing out of the ordinary, though. Essentially, he is just a skunk-colored merman, and that's all he really needs to be. Again, I would have liked a couple of changes, maybe the teeth painted and the little blaster, but that was a 2000X thing, so I understand why he doesn't have it, but the shield just sucks, dude. Like, what's he gonna do with that? I'm gonna deflect 2 bullets and get shot in the face, because that's not as covered. I mean, yeah, he's got a mask going on, but I can only assume that's so he doesn't smell his own stank. Mr. Bryan has to deal with the same problems. So with that being said, in jokes aside, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is Stinkor, next to a couple other members of the Evil Warriors. We have his twin brother, the infamous Merman, and then we also have the Savage Beast Man. And as you can see, much like Webstore from yesterday, since he utilizes a lot of the same parts as Merman, well, most of the basic body parts as Merman to be exact, him and Merman are the same height. And Beastman's a little bit taller. Anyone else seeing that? I swear Beastman's a little bit taller. But speaking of which, getting him out of there, since he is the only other one we've taken a look at in the wave so far, I figured it'd just be quicker to bring him in here. Here he is also with Webstore, who also utilizes the same kind of monster parts as these two. So, of course, they're all going to pretty much share the same height. And, yeah, I gotta be honest, all the Evil Warriors look really good together. And last but certainly not least, we have our 2 regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the MK11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everybody. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and while he may not smell like hipster scro or granny farts, coming from a guy who has a sensitive sniffer like yours truly, that doesn't really bother me all too much. I understand why it may deter people from picking this guy up, because that is a very nostalgic thing with this character. At the end of the day, this guy reviewing it right here, has always liked MOTU based off the aesthetics and character designs. The gimmicks are just a nice little side bonus. To me, anyways. So, with that being said, if you're buying this for the sole intent that it's supposed to smell like patchouli, then I would probably say pass. But if you're like me and that doesn't really bother you, and you're willing to make it smell like that yourself, because at the end of the day you can just go buy some patchouli and make it smell that way yourself. Or, you know, I could charge you $5 and I can have your Stinkor figure hang out with my dad for a day. It'll stink by then, I assure you. Then by all means, this guy is a worthy enough pickup, and I think a really nice addition to the MOTU Origins collection. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we got to show that algorithm who's boss, right? And if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Give it up, Skeletor. You'll never win. Bite my bony ass, He-Man. You have yet to bear witness to the awesome power of my secret weapon. Tch. And what loser are you gonna throw at us next, bonehead? You'll find out soon enough, you little bitch. Now behold! Ho ho ho! Bonjour, masters of the universe. And just what are you planning to do with us, you fiend? Once I pull my finger, you'll be nothing but history. But wait, Skeletor, won't the blast destroy you too? Joke's on you, He-Man. I don't have a nose. Let her rip, Stinkor! Get behind me, Tila. It's about to get really, really, really stinky. wait, He-Man! Don't do it! Au revoir, He-Man. He-Man, no! Ain't I the Stinkor?